Hello. I just got out of the gym. The gym. I just got out of the gym. So I'm going to do a little chit chat and eat my. If you don't want to see my food, I'm letting you know. Close your eyes right now. Okay. Look at that baby. Okay. Got some blackberry seltzer water. 10 out of 10. Honestly. So that's what I'm doing. Okay. What's going on, Vanessa? It's nice to see you. Closed. Yeah, right. Oh my goodness. What's up, Underdog Tarot? What's up, Rambling? What's up, Alyssa? Hello. Give me 1 second. Whoops. I just have to put on my YouTube that I'm live. I always forget. I always forget to promote everything. What is going on? How are you? I hope you guys don't mind, but I definitely need to get some protein in after my workout. I didn't go grocery shopping, and so all I really had to eat was like eggs. So I had 2 boiled eggs and a protein shake, and then I got Chipotle on my way to the gym, but I also had to pick up skincare, and then when I realized halfway to the gym that they didn't put a fork in my bag, so I was like, "You know what? I'm just gonna go to the gym on an empty stomach, and, I'll just eat when I get home." So that's kind of where we're at. 1 second. There we go. Okay. There we go, that works. Alright. I just put down a hefty burrito. Ah, so good. I'm gonna stop getting, as much as it pains me to say, I am gonna stop getting rice in my bowls, honestly. Okay, Ralkia, I love that. I'm gonna stop getting rice in my bowls. I feel like it's better to eat carbs in the morning. So if you like eat oatmeal, or a lot of the times what I eat in the morning is rice and eggs and spinach with like a crap ton of garlic. So good. But I don't want to be eating carbs at night as well. So I need to change my Chipotle order. Chipotle is honestly so good for people who lift. It really is. I always get double meat, and then I get, bell peppers in there, corn, tomato, salsa, some cheese. Mm. But okay. This, don't ever sleep on this. Okay. I'm going to tell you right now. Don't ever in your life sleep on this Palmer's Skin Success Fade Cream. 9 out of 10, honestly. Love it. Staple. Ever since I used it, I've never turned back. They have a new one that has a vitamin E and Sanji mushroom and lavender, and it's for like nighttime. And so I got this, and I've been wanting to try this for a long time, and I'm so excited. This though, this is the most underrated brand, in my opinion. This Vanny Cream Vitamin C. I mean, I haven't tried the vitamin C, but like the moisturizer that I use with ceramides and hyaluronic acid, I mix it with this. So good. Like, so good. It gives that, like, because I have oily skin, right? So I got to be careful what kind of moisturizer I use, or what, just basically what I put on my damn face. But putting this on, which kind of like dries it out a little bit with the combination of the Vanny Cream moisturizer, so good, dude. Like, so good. Never went back. But I have super sensitive skin, so I have to be so careful with what I use. What's up, Miss Intricate? And this, like, Vanny Cream brand is so good for people who have super sensitive skin. So I'm really excited to try this vitamin C serum. I haven't tried any new vitamin C since my last one went out, so I'm excited to see how I'll do for this one. What do you mean you can't use anything right now? Aw, thanks, Underdog Tarot. I can't wait for you to start working out again either. What's up, lady? Sorry. I know that probably looks so gross. But I hope you guys are having a good day. This, though, this is the big guns. These are the big guns, okay? This is it right here. This is the one. This is so good for acne, oily skin, even dark spots, honestly, scarring. It really is really good. It's really, really good. It's so good for anti-aging. Tretinoin is just my favorite. I'm so glad I have medical insurance to be able to get it for $17 instead of like $400, honestly. All right. I recently got the Pacifica Nice. You know what? I don't like Pacifica. Like, I tried their stuff and it really like irritated my skin. I wasn't into the Pacifica stuff. I just couldn't do it. Do you like it? Have you tried it before? Is this like a new thing for you? I'll just tag the products. I'll just tag the products in here when I'm done with the live. That way you can just come back and see. Yeah, lady, I didn't like it. I wanted to. I wanted to like it because the packaging is usually like so pretty. I like the name. It's just, but I couldn't get into it. I love mukbang. You're so good. So you're good. Okay, that's good. Sorry, but my diet, like my diet, my self-care, all of that stuff usually comes first before anything. You know, I got to take care of me to take care of you. You know what I'm saying? Mountain girl. Hi, baby. I tried Juice Beauty. It's organic and cruelty-free, and my face had an allergic reaction. Oh. Okay. Hear me out. The best stuff for your face is what's in your kitchen. Just saying. It is. It really is. What I do, okay, oatmeal is really, really great for soothing irritated skin. That's why it's in a lot of eczema products and things like that. Okay. Um, and people who have like, you know, psoriasis or anything that irritates the skin or where your skin turns red, right? And I have natural red undertones in my skin. And they say that's very common with people who are a life path 9, which I find interesting because 9 is representation of Mars, right? So I found that interesting. But anyway, Like, what I like to do is I like to take an organic banana, like a little bit of organic banana, like a third, and then I take a bunch of oatmeal. But first, I take the organic oatmeal and I grind it in a Ninja. So I create this oat powder. And then you want to get Manuka honey. It's expensive, but I swear, okay, Manuka honey. You want to put in either jojoba oil or organic olive oil, extra virgin, okay, not coconut oil. And then you want to get you want to put a little bit of like almond milk in there. You can either do almond milk because almonds have vitamin E in it, or you can do oat milk cuz it's from oats, and so it's very calming for the skin. And you make that you like mix it up until you have a paste. So good, honestly. But my go-to is where I mix chickpea flour, olive oil, a little bit of turmeric, okay, and then almond or oat milk, and I make a paste with it. It's really, really good. I can't I can't put coconut oil on my face. I don't think anybody who's acne prone should put coconut oil on their face, okay? You know what's really good to bathe with though? Okay, when I do my little ritual Venusian self-care baths, okay? I'm serious, okay? I get real with it. But I like to take the canned coconut milk, okay? The canned coconut milk, not the shit in the fridge, the canned coconut milk. Heat it up a little bit on the stove. Pour like 3 cans of that in your bath. Bitch, you will come out looking like you have lip gloss all over your skin. I mean, it's ugh. I have never in my life felt so damn smooth. And it wasn't like greasy. It was like, damn. It looked like I had turned the clock back like 10 years on my body. Like it looks so good, bitch. I swear it was so good. Okay, mountain girl, I love it. Yeah, don't put coconut oil on your face. No. All right, so shall we do this? Welcome to all signs. Thank you for dealing with me eating. Um, we're gonna be taking a look at what are we doing today? I don't even remember. I think it's like a healing one. What's draining your energy, how you can release it, and how do you keep it from returning? Okay, so that's what we're doing. So we're gonna be doing a little bit of healing work today. Okay. One sec. Mm. I don't know if you guys know I do that a lot. Like with my nose. Do you guys notice that I do that a lot? My mom told me that my father, who's dead, she goes, he used to do that all the time. He died like a month before I turned 3, but he used to do that all the time. This like with the lips, like the she was like, you look like him, you act like him, you even have the same mannerisms, but like he's dead. Like it's so weird. Oh, come on. That's fine. Intuition has been kicking my ass. Why? We're just gonna put this right over here. All right. So welcome to all signs. Let's go ahead and take a look at what's draining you, how you can release it, and how you can keep it from returning. These are general readings. If you want a personal, then you can visit violettaalexis.com. Make sure that you're checking for your sun, moon, rising, Venus, and Jupiter placements. But honestly, in general tarot, check whatever placement that you want. I don't care. Okay. The way that I like to give you guys a little tip is if you don't really know which reading is for you, maybe take some of your own tarot cards and ask which one you should watch. And always say, like, for instance, if the Hierophant pops out, right, maybe you should be watching the Taurus reading. Why? Because the Hierophant equates to Taurus. Okay, so a little trick that you guys can do for yourselves. We are doing super chat questions directly through the YouTube app. So if you have a question, it will be requested through here. If you don't know how super chat rules work or super chat questions work, you can go ahead and head on over to my website at violettaalexis.com and you can click where it says at the top, super chat rules. If you don't want to do that because you're lazy like me, then you can click the link that is a pinned comment in the chat box right here on the live, okay? So let me go ahead and shuffle. And then we will get to it. I identify as Aries today. Felt that. All right, let's see. I just got out of tanning too. I just cannot wait to take a shower. Ugh, I can't wait to take a shower, dude. All right. All right, let's see what we have for all signs. Oh yeah, absolutely, mountain girl, gross. But I didn't have time to do that today, so I'm just gonna have to, like, honestly get right to it. You know what I'm saying? All right, here's me shuffling. Okay. All right, let's see. All right, let's go ahead and start with Aries first. What's up, World Oracle? Nice to see you. If you guys have not liked the broadcast, make sure that you do that. Please make sure that you share to your social media if you feel that I am worthy. Thank you so much. And make sure that you guys also follow me on Instagram if you have not done that. All right. So, what's up, Megs? Hi, baby. Ma'am, what's wrong with you? Stop. You got to stop this. Shoei's freaking eats this damn plastic. It's so gross. So disgusting. All right. All right, so Aries, this is for Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, and Jupiter placements. Let's go ahead and see what's haunting you or what's draining your energy, how you can release it, and how you can keep it from returning. So let's see. What's draining you is the Six of Cups. The Star reversed. The Chariot reversed. I feel like some of you hold on to old memories like your life depends on it, you know, holding on to the good of what was or the good times. And I think that that's important, but it's almost like because something was so good before, you feel like maybe you can't have that again. Or maybe somebody set a certain standard in your life for how you should be treated, but after that person, it just like never happened again or something like that. That Chariot in reverse definitely makes me feel like there's a fear of going into the unknown, or there's a fear of going after the thing that you want because you feel hopeless, or there's some unhealed part of you because of whatever this past connection was. Like, the best way that I can explain this is you know, I have a mother, but I have a grandmother that I very much considered like my second mother, honestly. And she was the light, she was the absolute light of my life. And when she died, I just kind of was like, yeah, I'm like never going to have that connection with another person, like ever again. And I found myself just like very Mm, just hopeless in a way, like never going to find that kind of unconditional love again, you know? But and for some of you, it's something around this kind of area. I'm not saying it's about a grandmother, but it does seem like it's about a person. But what I'm here to tell you with those kind of connections or those kind of partnerships that you have, cherish the memories or cherish what it is that you learn from this person, you know, and give it to yourself, honestly. I feel like that's the best thing that we can do, that level of unconditional love, you know. For ourselves and that level of forgiveness. And it doesn't mean that, you know, you can't eventually find that in another human being again, or, you know, maybe it's even some kind of talent, some kind of God-given talent that you have, because the 6 of Cups can be about like a gift from God. Maybe it's your own personal gift, like a talent, like I said, but maybe there's a fear of sharing it with the world, but I think that it's actually robbing you in some way. Like, I don't know what's making you fearful. I don't know if you're afraid of criticism or what, but I feel like that's actually draining your energy because there's almost like an outlet that you need to have for whatever this is, you know? So how you can release it or how you can change it. Don't be afraid to share it. Don't be afraid to, wear your heart on your sleeve a little bit when it comes to like creativity or expressing yourself in some way with that. Interesting. 6 of Wands, the Death, and the 7 of Pentacles reverse. It's really about not worshiping the outcome of something. And more so just having fun with it, you know? For instance, like if this is about, oh, I'll never find that love again, or, I will never find a connection like that again. It's like, well, just have fun. Like, don't be so fixated on it has to be like this. It has to be like this thing. I feel like our individual circumstances, our individual connections are there for a reason. Like, for instance, if this is about like your grandmother, right? Like the example that I gave, like cherish that. Like you got what you got from that. And like that is something to never be forgotten, right? But it doesn't mean that there is not other connections that may not be like that, but that are just as powerful or influential in some way. But open yourself up to that. If it's about your talents, gifts, skills, abilities, whatever it is, it's like, you deserve to let people see you. It's like for some of you, there's a fear here around like wasting your time or whatever. In my opinion, wasting your time or considering something a waste of time is a personal choice. If you consider something a waste of time, that means that you are consciously not grasping anything out of it, which is essentially your fault, in my opinion. And that's even with the sucky situations, right? If you're like, oh God, he wasted my time. Did he waste your time or did you waste your time? Right? Because like, did you actually the, uh are you getting the nectar from the flower, or are you just forgetting the nectar altogether and, like, shunning the flower? You know what I'm saying? Because there's something there for you to squeeze, there's something there for you to get, but you're afraid that something will be a bad investment or a waste of time, when I think it's not really about worshiping the outcome and more so about enjoying the journey. The moon, the sun, reverse, and the magician. I mean, holy fuck. you know? Jesus, Aries. The moon, the sun, the magician. Let your emotions and the essence of your identity lead you into the magical gifts that you possess. Um, I know that when I am feeling some kind of way, everybody's going to hear about it. Okay. Anybody who's gonna listen, right, on my Where Dead Flowers Bloom blog, okay? And people that don't wanna, but I'm going to listen to that part of myself, and I'm going to utilize that space, and I'm going to express myself, and I don't give a fuck what anybody thinks, right? And you should possess that same, like, as long as you're not hurting anybody, right? But you should possess that same, philosophy, I guess you could say. 'Cause I feel like for some of you, you just need to get over yourself. Like, there may be this, like, "Oh god, what will people think?" And, like, I get it. Like, I so much honestly care about what people think. Not as much anymore, but I do, and so I understand that, but there's just gotta be a point when you're like, "Yeah, this is the life that I have to live, and I have to live it to the best of my ability." You know what I mean? So something to kinda think about. But that is what I have for you, Aries. Thank you guys so much. I hope that you will like, share, comment, and subscribe if you have not. And if you want to book a super chat question, you can do so right here on the YouTube app. Okay. All right. All right. Let's go ahead and move on. There you go, Vanessa. That works too. All right. Let's go ahead and see Taurus. So this is for Taurus, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, and Jupiter placements, but you can watch whatever sign that you want. We're going to be taking a look today at, I always forget what the thing is. This is a new one. So what's draining your energy, how you can release it, and how do you keep it from returning? So let's go ahead and see. What's draining your energy? The Ace of Pentacles reversed. Ace of Cups reversed. Eight of Swords reversed. Like, something is done, like something is done, something is over, something is missed or what have you. And it's like it's really about just like letting it go at this point, right? Ignoring it, letting it go. That's it. There's really no other way around this. And it's like for some of you, something that is done, something that has been done, something that is like over, okay? You are still giving it a lot of attention. And I understand that. Like sometimes we all need to process certain things in different ways and whatever, right? Like we need to do that sometimes. But there has to be a point where you stop feeding the beast, okay? You stop feeding the beast and you realize that this cage that you feel like you're in is essentially self-imposed. And many of our cages are. And usually we lock ourselves in there and then we forget that the key is in our pocket. Okay. So I feel like it's more of a self induced focus drain. Okay. And sometimes that means that you need to transmute that energy into something else entirely, something else that is going to work for you, right? Like if you're, I don't know, you got in a big fight with like some family members and you're just like raging, right? Take a fucking kickboxing class or go to the gym or whatever it may be. Okay. I know that's simple, but how you can release it, 5 of Pentacles, 7 of Cups, and the Temperance reversed. It's almost like crying over the lowest hanging fruit. That's what it's giving me. It's like crying over the lowest hanging fruit. And I feel like for some of you there's still this projection of like a fantasy or um well, coulda, shoulda, woulda, or still being like maybe hyper fixated or focused on it for whatever reason. But it's not working. You know, it's throwing you off your shit, basically. And so it's about needing to be very realistic. And I feel like for a lot of you, it's more fear-based than it is reality. Like, I think that for a lot of you, you're taking some kind of missed opportunity or opportunities with the 2 aces in reverse, and you're building more fears on top of whatever that issue is. And we do that sometimes, but you have to understand the difference between what is reality and what is self-created in your own mind. How do you keep this from rearing its ugly head? Okay, from being drained by the same thing again. 6 of Pentacles reversed, the 3 of Wands, and the Page of Wands. Like, for some of you, you truly accepted less than what you deserved or what you are worth. And it's this energy of expecting, how do I what's a good expecting to get across the country in a hoopty. You know? Like, "Oh, well, I bought this, $200 car off of this guy, I don't know, whatever his name is, Mike from down the way, and like, you know, whatever." And it's like, "Well, what did you expect?" You know what I'm saying? Like, you may have been expecting an empress out of a page of swords. You may have been expecting an emperor out of a page of wands. It's like, take things that like look at something and don't project a fantasy on us onto it. Take it for what it is. You know what I mean? So that is what I have for you, Taurus. Thank you so much. I hope that you will like, share, comment, and subscribe. And if you want to book a personal, you can visit violettaalexis.com. And if you want to book a super chat during this live, then you can do so right here on the YouTube app. What's up, Shannon? The Nightmare Before Christmas deck. Ooh, I bet that's so cute. All right, let's go ahead and move on to Gemini. Okay, Gemini, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, and Jupiter placements. Let's go ahead and take a look at what is draining you, how you can release it, and how you can keep it from returning. Okay, so let's see. What's draining you? The Two of Wands. The King of Cups reversed. And the Emperor. For some of you, it's men. Okay. For some of you, it's just men. It can be that for some of you, because I see 2 masculine energies here with the 2 of Wands, it can be that some of you are dealing with 2 people. Now, it doesn't have to be men, okay? But it is a King of Cups reversed and an Emperor. So it can be that you are trying to decide between 2 people, and there can be like a King of Cups in reverse or one of them that is basically blowing smoke up your ass. And there may actually be a better choice, but you may still, once again, be on the fence. And I feel like for some of you, it is essentially a choice between choosing something that maybe you usually would have in the past versus choosing something that is new and different for you, like a different way. Like, so, and what I mean by this is like maybe, now this is obviously very extreme, but maybe it's like you were always dating the drug dealers, right? And then like you actually meet somebody who's like a business owner and wakes up at 6 a.m. and it's like, oh my God, but like, Jake that I bought weed from is so cool. It's like, okay, well, like, aren't you tired, or whatever it may be. For others of you, and this doesn't even have to be current. It can just be like you literally thinking about these people that you have associated with. For others of you, there's a decision that you know that you need to make, and you need to make it from a sense of responsibility and detachment, but you keep like deluding yourself essentially. Well, what if, or and it's like, no, you know. And so I really think that this is about making it a definitive decision, a more powerful decision, a more detached decision in regards to the way that you need to go in your life. And it's about picking and deciding something that you usually wouldn't. It's about going in a way that you normally wouldn't. How you can release it: Nine of Wands reversed, the Queen of Swords reversed, the Ten of Cups. A lot of you keep fighting a losing battle with something. It's like you keep fighting this losing battle, but you keep fighting the battle that's driving you insane, instead of just like consciously choosing your happiness, you know? Like if somebody that you talk to, every time they talk to you, they're just a drain. And they make a bunch of false promises, or, they're blowing smoke or whatever. And like you can sense it and it's driving you crazy and you keep trying to prove it or whatever it is. It's like, why do you keep answering the phone? Why do you, if this person, this is just an example, if this person or this thought process or whatever it is keeps doing this to you or having this negative impact on you, instead of just like dealing with it and being honest with yourself, instead of projecting an ideal onto something, it's really about needing to be incredibly logical about something and stand your ground, essentially. So it's really about standing your ground in order to actually get the thing that you want, but you're going to have to do something different than you usually would. How do you keep it from returning? Two of Swords, King of Pentacles reverse. Ugh, all this trashy masculine energy. um, like don't avoid it, don't ignore red flags. If you feel like somebody is using you, for instance, like if you can sense it in your bones, you need to listen to that. And then you need to communicate your boundaries. You need to be very clear with people. You need to not be afraid to cut people out of your life if they're shitbags. Okay? So don't ignore it. Don't ignore the truth. Don't ignore your truth. And don't keep fighting for something that's driving you insane. Okay. All right. Thank you so much, Gemini. I really appreciate it. I hope that you'll like, share, comment, and subscribe. And if you want to book a super chat question, you can do so right here on YouTube. All right. Let's go ahead and move on to Cancer. Cancer, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, and Jupiter placements, or whatever placement you are, really doesn't matter. Welcome. We're going to take a look at what is draining you, how you can release it, and how you can keep it from returning. So let's see what's draining you. The Knight of Cups, the Lovers, and the Ten of Wands reversed. Okay. Some of you may be trying too hard in love. Okay. It can be that. Like, it can be that you are doing the most, or you are incessantly on these dating apps and you are just swiping right on everybody because, dear God, hopefully someone will say yes. Or It can be that you are taking on too much in a relationship. Like for some of you, it can be that you are piling the responsibilities on yourself, biting off a lot more than you can chew, and it can feel exhausting, honestly. It can feel exhausting. And so I feel like there's some higher self decisions that you need to make when it comes to your level of vulnerability and the amount of love that you're giving and how much you're receiving in return. Or are you overdoing it in a way that is where it feels like the weight of the world is on your back? Let me see. How is this draining? The justice. Is it equal give and take? Really? Is what I feel like. So I feel like I was right with that 10 of wands in reverse. It's like, are you biting off more than you can chew? Are you involving yourself in reciprocal relationships? Are you involving yourself in relationships with people who have the same morals or values as you? The same religious and spiritual beliefs, philosophy, whatever it may be, when it comes to love, when it comes to whatever, like your foundation for who you are. And if you're not, do you feel like that's making it harder on you? Like, and think about what your beliefs are, like what your core beliefs where you're like non-negotiable. Like, no, bitch, I could fucking never. Like, I could never date somebody that lived like this. Like, I know, for instance, I could never ever date somebody that was partying all the time or wanting to go out and get shit faced like every Friday, Saturday, whatever, maybe Wednesday, right? Like, no, never happening. And it's like, maybe you're really attracted to somebody or something like that, but like you know that it's not going to work. You know what I'm saying? But you keep trying to give to it. But is it really equal? Because I asked, well, what's draining about this? And I got the justice. Does it really make sense? Is it logical, right? Libra. How do you release it? The Four of Pentacles, the King of Wands reversed, and the Eight of Cups reversed. Okay. Well, I want you to ask yourself, you know, are you returning to an ex, or do you keep settling in a certain direction because it more so feeds your ego as opposed to your soul? And do you feel like this is responsible? You know what I mean? Because the Four of Pentacles, if this is how you can release this or stop this, it's about like holding back for a second. The Four of Pentacles is Sun in Capricorn. So it's about the Sun is our ego, it's our drive, right? But if we put it in Capricorn, it's Saturnian ruled. So this means that there's almost like a holding back or a little bit of a halt in regards to how we express that part of ourselves. And so this is what it's asking you to do. It's asking for a sense of humility and being very realistic with yourself in regards to the chances that you're taking and why you're essentially taking them. Like, especially like, for instance, right? Like, let's say that there is, or do you keep going after the egoic people? Like the people who are just like, oh yeah, and they give you a little bit of a thrill, but it's more of a superficial relationship, and do you keep settling in that direction? I mean, I don't know which side of the fence you're on, but how you can keep it from returning. Knight of Pentacles, Eight of Wands reversed, and the Hangman reversed. Okay. Don't be your own worst enemy. Don't be your own worst enemy. Don't try to force things that shouldn't be forced. Don't try to pressure yourself into exploring a connection that really doesn't feel right just because it feeds your ego or just because you're used to this kind of person or whatever it is. That Knight of Pentacles is asking you to be more cautious in regards to how you go after things, how you go after people, your perspective, what sacrifices are you making in order to have this? So once again, I mean, for the Four of Pentacles and the Knight of Pentacles to be here, which is kind of like double advice. It's like being cautious, being held back, you know, having some sense. You know what I mean? Not saying you don't have sense, but you know what I'm saying. So that is what I have for you, Cancer. Thank you guys so much. I hope that you will like, share, comment, and subscribe. And if you want to book a super chat question, you can do so right here on YouTube. What's up, Enigma? Davina, thank you so much for that super chat question. Let's go ahead and move on to Leo. Okay, this is for Leo, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, and Jupiter, but watch whatever placement you want. We're going to be taking a look at what is draining you, how you can release it, and how you can keep it from returning. So let's see. What is draining you? The Ace of Wands, the Seven of Wands reversed, Judgment reversed. I'm getting a couple of different scenarios, okay? There's something that really inspires you, something that excites you, something that gets you going, something that's just essentially exciting for you. But there's a fear. There's a fear of imposter syndrome. There's a fear of not being able to fit in. There's a fear of not being able to maintain what it is that you start. There's a fear of, there's intimidation. You're intimidated, okay, for some of you to go after something that you desire or someone that you desire. But I feel like it's calling you and you're just like too scared to go after whatever it is. Or God damn, dude. Sorry. Or there's some kind of procrastination. For others of you, there may be someone or something that inspires you, but in order to start this or in order to go after this thing or this person, you're going to have to defend yourself or you're going to have to take accountability for something. Okay, because it can be like this reconcile between you and, I don't know, a parent, you and a friend, a partner, whatever it may be, but like there's a fear there, there's a intimidation, there's a level of defensiveness that you have in regards to the past because you're not really wanting to address it. Maybe it's not something that you did, okay, but you know, why else would this be draining you, you know? So reverse it if you need to, but that's what it looks like. It's like you don't want to deal with that. You don't want to look at that, even though you are inspired by whatever this is, or you are attracted to whomever or whatever this is, or, but it's like, no, you know, a little bit like with the tail between the legs kind of thing. For others of you, it's just that you're misjudging a situation because, you know, even though this thing inspires you, you feel like you won't be able to handle it, or you feel like, well, if I join this bodybuilding competition, I'm not going to look better than anybody there. Okay, well, you know, that's your mindset. That's your mindset. You know what I mean? Whatever it is. So, how you can release it is the Two of Pentacles, the Page of Cups reverse, and the Hermit. Okay. So, for some of you, if this is about you needing to take accountability for something or needing to be honest about something or whatever it is, um, it may be telling you that, forgive me for saying, okay, it's time for you to be authentic. Some of you have kind of felt like poor me or have lived in that mind frame, or You have played victim in some way when it's really about needing to be practical, do the right thing, make the right decision, and have some sense of humility and self-awareness. It's about being accountable for you. The hermit is somebody who goes into isolation, so to speak, um because they're on a journey to find something external from them, but it's what they're looking for is them, is in them. They have it. But if we keep feeling like, oh, it's everybody else or it's this person or whatever it is, we're never going to get anywhere. Because then that means we have essentially given up control of our lives or, our responsibility to something. For others of you, if this is about some kind of imposter syndrome, like, it's to be honest with you, I love you so much, but it's basically like, grow up, like, get it together, you know? What the fuck is going on? Sorry. Okay. So something to kind of think about here. It's like, easier said than done, right? Like, shut up, Violetta. I get it. But like, remember who you are, you know? How do you keep it from returning? The Hierophant, the Ten of Swords, and the Knight of Wands. The Hierophant. This is about being moral. This is about having your sense of morals and your sense of values and integrity, I feel, when it comes to a specific like betrayal situation or some kind of ending. And needing to have that sense of integrity and even lightheartedness in some kind of way in these kind of situations. Why does my phone keep going off? Shut the fuck up. God damn. Sorry, Leo. For others of you, if this is about something regarding like, a bodybuilding competition or something that you're wanting to go after, but you're afraid that you're going to fail in some kind of way, yes, there will be moments that you're going to fail. Like, I'm just going to let you know, whether it's a relationship, whether it's friendships, we fail in everything that we do. Okay. But it doesn't mean that that's where it has to stay. It doesn't mean that that's where it has to end. It doesn't mean that that's where it has to be or whatever the case is. It's a sense of evolution and learning. And while the Hierophant is a teacher, he has also been a student and is always a student, first and foremost. And I feel like that may be what it's telling you to do and to still be able to rise to the occasion even after an ending or even after a fall or not taking accountability for something and standing tall and doing the right thing for you, towards another, whatever it may be. Okay. So that is what I have for you, Leo. Thank you so much. I hope that you will like, share, comment, and subscribe. And if you want to book a super chat question during this live, you can do so right here on the YouTube app. So let's go ahead and move on. Let's go, Jess. It's nice to see you in here. Thank you so much for the super chat question. Let's go ahead and move on to Virgo. All right, we have Virgo, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, or Jupiter placements, or whatever placement, honestly. Let's go ahead and take a look at the thing that is draining you. Then let's see how you can release it and then how you can keep it from returning. What's draining your energy? The Three of Pentacles, the Knight of Swords, the Empress. How is this draining? What is the Three of Cups reversed? Three of Pentacles, Three of Cups reversed. Three of Cups reversed. Okay. Some of y'all need to go out and fucking touch grass, bitch. Okay. Some of you guys need to touch grass. You know, some of you are maybe like maybe a little solo, like doing your own thing. You know, and there's nothing wrong with that, right? In your creative space, taking care of yourself, focusing on you. You're not chasing down anybody, you're not chasing anything, right? But for some of you, it's like there's a lot of isolation going on, and while isolation can be great, it can be very peaceful, but in the end, like, we need people. We are natural social creatures, and so for some of you, it may be saying, like, in regards to something that you're trying to build, into something in regards to something that you're trying to create, and maybe telling you to reach out in regards to a community or people that you want to work with, like-minded people, even people that you maybe want to bring on a project with you with yourself or collaborate with in some way with that Three of Pentacles. It might be time to start taking decisive action in regards to surrounding yourself with certain type of groups. For others of you, there can be some jealousy from other people, like gossip, rumors, drama, or third-party situations that somehow you are either directly involved or you are um, indirectly involved. How you can release this, the High Priestess, the Four of Wands reversed, and the Four of Cups. So once again, this can be telling you to kind of, you know, no, hold on, give me a second. This one's weird. I'm wondering if it's you have been surrounded by the wrong people or in communication with people that are like secretly your enemy or like don't understand you or talking behind your back in some way. But I feel like it could be coming from a sense of jealousy because you're showing up as the Empress. I feel like it's saying don't isolate yourself, but at the same time, listen to your gut instincts when it comes to people that you're surrounded by. And who you're surrounding yourself with is how you're going to feel. And if you feel like there are people, okay, so there's two different ways that I'm seeing this. If you feel like there are people that don't appreciate you or take you for granted in some way, like you're needing to remove yourself from those situations. Now, the same can be said though for people that do appreciate you, and remember to keep in touch or contact with the people that respect and love you and care about you, you know, instead of just like throwing the baby out with the bathwater and being like, fuck all people, they all suck, goodbye, you know? This can also be for some of you. You can be like a little on your high horse. Okay. There can be this energy of like you being a little bit on your high horse about things and feeling like either nobody is good enough or everybody sucks. Like I get like that about men sometimes, okay? Where I'm just like, oh, the fucking, you know. And then I have to like, okay, let me just try to keep my mind open to a degree, but still listen to my intuition and my gut instincts, right? That's very, very important. And so I feel like it may be telling you guys, oh, you're very welcome, Chris. No problem. Thank you so much. I do feel like you guys are really intuitive for that Empress and that High Priestess to come out, you know? I do feel like you guys are intuitive, and I feel like you should cling to that, especially when it comes to associating with certain groups or people or whatever. And, like, listen to it the first time, not the 20th time when you've already, like, went through trauma and learned the horrible fucking lesson, right? Which is just going to build more insecurities and more, like, doubt in people or whatever it is. 'Cause I feel like you may have had a lot of people that were or are jealous of you in some way or, are there to intentionally misunderstand you, you know what I'm saying? What's up, JL Violet? You're welcome, Shannon, anytime. Now how do you keep it from returning? 7 of Swords, the Tower, the 5 of Swords in reverse. Don't play any games, like, don't play games with people. You know what I'm saying? Like, don't play their game. Don't stoop, don't if anything, I would avoid it. I would avoid it and just let things fall off. Don't feel the need to confront certain things. Sometimes people just want a reaction. Sometimes people just want your energy, okay? So, please understand that. So that is what I have for you, Virgo. Thank you guys so much. I hope that you will like, share, comment, and subscribe. And if you want to book a super chat question, you can do so right here on YouTube. All right, let's go ahead and move on to. I really don't like the color gray on me. And it's like, it is not my color, honey. All right, let's go ahead and take a look at Libra. All right, I love that we're flying through these readings. Love that. All right, Libra, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, and Jupiter placements, or whatever placement, it doesn't matter. Let's go ahead and see what's draining your energy, how you can release it, and how do you keep it from returning. Oh, 5 of Cups, the Strength, the 10 of Pentacles reversed. Okay. And it's going to sound cliche, but, you know, I'm just going to be honest with you. Something has failed in your life. Something has essentially failed. Something that was once maybe a source of stability, a source of legacy, a source of relationship, a business. I'm not really sure what it is, but you're very much holding on to the regrets of that. You're holding on to the coulda, shoulda, woulda of what could have been different, etc. Instead of seeing the opportunities in front of you, you are focusing on the opportunities that were missed. Okay. And I feel like there's a lot of passion connected to whatever this may be for that strength to be here. But it is kind of kicking your ass. So, you know, I hate to sound like the cliche tarot reader, but allow this to make you stronger. I mean, yeah, it's pretty self-explanatory. I just feel like there's a huge focus on the past, honestly. So let's see how you can release it. The 6 of Swords. Yeah, no shit. Thanks. The 2 of Cups reversed, and the Wheel of Fortune in reverse. This can show up when we feel like we need to control a situation or we keep trying to backtrack in order to understand. And when we keep focusing on the why did they do this? Why didn't this work out? Da 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 da. Instead of the how can we not get ourselves into this predicament again, or how can we do something differently? We tend to have a harder time moving on. And sometimes, like, things will be revealed in time, but being obsessive over it or feeling like you have to keep focusing on it because what? You think that's gonna change something, right? And we've all been there, okay? I have a lot of fixed energy, so I get it. I get very stuck in the past. But I realized that getting stuck there is not changing anything. It kind of reminds me of that show From, where he tells this girl that she's basically like a bit of a time traveler, but he didn't call it that. And she goes, "Well, can I go back there and prevent this person from dying or whatever?" He goes, "You can always go back and review, but you can't change the future. It's always going to stay the same." And I feel like the same can be said for you. And like a little boy said this to his big sister. And I feel like it's the same for you, you know? So it's like, "Ooh, what did we learn here? Okay, great. How can I apply that going forward?" Right? How do you keep it from returning? 9 of Cups reversed and Page of Swords, 5 of Wands. Don't like if you have a sense of information and you're like, "Yeah, this isn't for me." Like I've observed enough, I'm not even gonna fight it or whatever. Like, listen to that, Stop trying to make something fit or stop trying to make something make sense. Like, it is what it is, it's kinda like that saying, "When people show you who they are, believe them." Like, please believe me when I say, believe them the first fucking time, or whatever it is. Um, for some of you, if you, are the type where you go through something really sad or you go through something heartbreaking or whatever, and your first notion is or instinct is to like go out and get fucked up and or self-destruct in some way, that is not the way to go. Okay. I want to say that as well. Okay. Because for some of you, this is more so about how you dealt with the situation as opposed to the actual situation itself. So that is what I have for you. Thank you so much, Libra. And if you want to book a super chat question, you can do so right here on YouTube. Let's go ahead and move on to Scorpio. Scorpio placements. Let's go ahead and take a look at what's draining your energy, how you can release it, and how you can keep it from returning. What's draining your energy? The King of Swords, the Queen of Pentacles. Okay. Why is it draining? The Queen of Wands. Scorpio. Okay. Listen, I'm going to tell you right now, if you're a Scorpio masculine who is involved with feminine energy and you keep trying to logisticize your way through a polyamorous relationship, or you keep trying to logisticize your way from having a beginning with two different people, this is what is draining your energy now, or you're going to find that it is draining your energy very much so in the future. So it can feel like you're spreading yourself a little bit thin. I want to say too many cooks in the kitchen doesn't make for a good meal necessarily, right? Just because you have more cooks in the kitchen doesn't necessarily mean that the meal is going to be better or that even the kitchen is going to be cleaner. I find that it's probably going to be more messy. The more people you involve, I find, okay, especially romantically, the more complicated things get and the more draining that things can get as well. And you guys may be trying to justify or logisticize the reason why you're doing what it is that you're doing. Um, I mean, I like the energy, but it can be that you're just dealing with too many people. Now, if you're a feminine and you're involved in some kind of third party situation, and you probably know it, and that's probably what's draining, and there can be somebody here who's trying to justify that or whatever. I mean, these are very strong personalities. Aquarius, Taurus, Aries, Uranus, the Fool. Like this is very strong, intense. You got 2 fixed and a cardinal, like, how you can release it, the 3 of Swords reversed, the 9 of Pentacles reversed, the Devil. Alrighty. Well, um, if you are this masculine energy and you're trying to prove something to yourself, okay? Like you're trying to prove that you're worthy, you're trying to prove that you got the power, you're trying to prove that whatever, I don't know. That's gonna go nowhere fast, okay? There can be some kind of wound that you are carrying around when it comes to needing to prove something to yourself or needing to prove something to others, to the point where you may overpromise in some way. And then you basically get caught in these lies, or you get caught in this toxicity, or for some of you, it can be that you have a sex addiction. Okay, I'm just gonna be honest. And through that, you find you feel like you fill some kind of void. But the problem is that that void actually has nothing to do with the sex itself. It either has something to do with you wanting a true intimate connection, right? And I was just giving this example yesterday. This is like the person that wants a really genuine intimate connection, but then they are like, paying for OF and, incessantly doing their thing to naked pixels on a computer, or whatever. And it's like, that's not going to fill that void. It's like needing vegetables, but eating cookies instead. You know what I'm saying? Okay. For others of you, you're dealing with somebody like this. And it's really about needing to overcome this wound that you have in regards to um feeling like you're worthy because somebody is sexually attracted to you, or feeling like that is oh, if this guy wants to have sex with me, then that means, that I'm worth it, and you're worth it even if he doesn't or she doesn't want to have sex with you. Like, so it's really about coming to an understanding of like where this is coming from and why you keep getting or either creating or getting involved in these toxic cycles. So it's about awareness. How do you keep it from returning? The 9 of Swords, the World, and the Page of Pentacles reversed. There's like either a fear of missing out here or a fear of missed opportunity because of something that you felt like you missed in the past. And I feel like something's more in your head. Like whatever this is that you are continuously involving yourself in, it's more of a worry that something that you're not enough, that there's I'm going to miss out on something, or if I don't know, date 10 people at once, then how am I really going to know who's for me? Or like, okay, just so it's almost like you're creating these anxieties in your head. Let me get one more for this, please. The 4 of Swords reverse. Listen, I love you, Scorpio, but some of you, it really is mental. Okay. I'm not like a psychotherapist or a therapist or anything like that. But sometimes when this 9 of Swords and the 4 of Swords in reverse show up, this can represent somebody who has mental issues. Okay. We all got them, right? But it can really be about like maybe you have anxiety, maybe you have, I don't know. Okay. But there is something about that that's present that you need to be aware of, and you need to actually put in an effort towards what that is, because there's something that needs healing, or there's some kind of anxiety that you have that's attached to something from the past that is affecting you negatively in the future. So, okay. But that is what I have for you, Scorpio. Thank you guys so much. I hope that you will like, share, comment, and subscribe. If you want to book a personal reading with me, you can do so at violettaalexis.com. And if you want to book a super chat question, you can do so right here within the app or on YouTube. All right. What's up, cool girl? Thanks, baby. What's up, Ashley? Hi, Ashley. Nice to see you, honey. All right. What's up, Barbie girl? Chocolate chip cookies are vegetables, aren't they, Tom? Please go pick me a black dahlia. Okay. Thanks, Vanessa. I am making some good time. You know what I bought for myself? Oh my God. I'm sorry. I totally forgot that I had ordered I forgot that I had ordered groceries and they were just sitting outside of my door, but I want to tell you guys, get this. If there's anything that you do with your fucking life, get this. These are little like, and you can get the white chocolate, bitch. You can get the white chocolate, you can get the swirl, you can get the dark chocolate. It doesn't matter. So what I do is I like to buy organic strawberries. They didn't have any organic, so I had to get regular. But you melt these in the microwave, okay? You melt these in the microwave or on a pot or whatever. And then you pour them on the strawberries. Bitch, when I tell you, oh my God. When I tell you. I'm sorry, Tay. What's up, baby? Did I hear ma'am? Yeah. Valeria was frolicking under my feet, driving me crazy. Hello, Bear. If that's your real name. Okay. I got my little teapot warming up. I'm trying to tell you guys, I try to live my life as Venusian as possible. Okay. I really do. So chocolate is a vegetable. Listen, I wasn't talking about me. Okay. I wasn't talking about me. Whatever, Vanessa. It's called balance. All right, let me shuffle these cards and let's go ahead and get to Sagittarius. Are you built like a bear? Do you have like a really nice beard? That IG post was Venusian. I'm trying to tell you, okay? Underdog Tarot. Thanks, baby. Absolutely, Tay. You 100% do. But that's what I was excited about, honestly. Yes, love it. We need a profile picture, buddy. Oh, okay. Period, Underdog Tarot. All right, last shuffle. Then I'm going to go get my spearmint tea. Hopefully I shuffled these good enough. Can see that you're not helping me, but like, I'm not, but like I am though. You know what I mean? Just trying to make you enjoy life a little bit more, baby. Hello, Miss Steele. Did you want to say hi to the class? Do you want to come sit on my lap? Do you want to show everybody how pretty you are? Come on. Look at this big ass thing, honey. What the fuck? I didn't know it was good. Ugh. Tastes like tannin lotion. Hi, Sean. Oh. Apparently Sean shaved for you. Hi, baby. Hold on. What are you doing? You're just so pretty. Oh, wow. She's so pretty. No. Okay, fine. She does not like being up here. You don't want to come snuggle? You want to come snuggle? Come on. Oh, see, she doesn't want y'all to see this part where she's rubbing all over my leg. Hey, baby. Come here. You're so pretty. I love you. I love you so much. Oh my God. I am so obsessed with her. She's so fucking beautiful. I love her. Oh my God. I'm going to cry. I love her so much. I love you. You're so cute. She's so cute. I'm supposed to start my period soon. I'm sorry. But it's like stupid because I don't think I'm going to get one because I take like a certain kind of birth control or whatever where I'm not supposed to get it, but like I feel like I still get the effects. Maddie, thank you so much for the super chat question. She's so cute. Come here. Okay, sorry. All right, we'll get to it. last week when I had the kids, she ended up crawling in my bed and she just like snuggled up under my arm and she just passed out like this. And we ended up like sleeping for like 2 hours. It was so wonderful. Oh, I love that underdog. I had a hysterectomy almost 5 years ago and I'm the same way. Oh, wow, really? Get my spearmint. Where's Lori? Where's Kinez? I don't have a single mod in here. Like, about to go old school and call Ed. Excuse me. Okay. No! Why are you doing this? She's eating that damn plastic again. The talking horse. What do you mean? The talking horse? What the fuck is the talking horse? She's a Siamese, Michaela. Kinez! Well, Kinez, I don't have your number, and you don't contact me on any other social media, so. Okay, let's do this. Sorry, Sag. What's up, Nicole Ashley? You working all the time? I mean, I only go live Mondays, Tuesdays, Fridays. And then Wednesdays and Thursdays, I do my little, like, Hipsy one-on-one calls, which are my favorite. I love that because it's so, like, intimate. And I have an issue with intimacy. Not, like, that kind of intimacy, okay? No issues there. But I have, like, I find it as an exercise for me. I'm sorry. I know that some of you don't give a shit, okay? But it's an exercise for me because I have an issue. I don't have an issue with talking to a crowd or like, doing some kind of performative whatever. But when it comes to like a one-on-one, I get like very too no touchy. Like I get very like a cat, So it's an exercise for me. It's good for me, I think. I love you too, Barbie. I've been doing the thing behind the curtain. I wouldn't know how to find you. I'm literally do social media for a living. My Instagram's in my freaking my description box. Oh, Shannon, thank you, baby. Okay, let's do it. Listen, I'm gonna share this with you guys. It's like I really love writing to this music for some reason. I love stuff like this. It's not for everybody. It's very chill, very ambient. Very ambient. But I love it. Okay. Spearmint tea and chocolate. Pick a struggle. Okay. Small TV, thank you so much for that super chat question, baby. Sagittarius. Welcome, Saggy. I hope that you're doing good. Let's go ahead and take a look at what's draining your energy, how you can release it, and how you keep it from returning. Eight of Pentacles reverse. Queen of Cups reversed. Okay. The Ace of Pentacles. Eight of Pentacles reversed, Queen of Cups reversed, Ace of Pentacles. I know for me, if I'm doing something for work, I have to have my whole heart in it. Or I can get really depressed, distracted, and then I become kind of an underachiever. And I'm wondering if that's what's happening here. For some of you, it can be in regards to love, where you feel like you just keep trying to put in an effort, but it's not meeting a standard, or you feel like you're not meeting somebody else's standards. You feel like somebody else isn't meeting your standards, and then you either become very critical on them or you become very critical on yourself, and nothing's actually getting resolved. It's just potentially causing more emotional stress, distrust, anxiousness. You can feel very sensitive, especially in regards to maybe even your own self-criticisms or somebody else in your life that is essentially criticizing you. And even if this is like a boss, for instance, you could you know, be in a toxic work environment where a boss is just always ragging on you, is always saying hateful, hurtful things. And you could start to like go home every day, right? And this is just an example. You're going home every day and you feel like you can't even enjoy the rest of your night because you keep replaying what your shitty ass boss has been saying to you in your, at your workplace. And it can get to this point where you're like, I really need to create a new opportunity for myself, or there is a new opportunity for you, whether that's in love, work, whatever it is, but you keep ignoring it because you keep trying to make something work that essentially is not. That's what's draining you. Basically, in general terms, putting all of the examples aside, you are either A, putting in an effort towards something that does not bear fruit anymore and it's driving you crazy, especially because there's another opportunity for you, or you can simply create one. I know, easier said than done. Or it's that you are either being so critical on yourself or towards another, or is being so critical on you that it is causing you a lot of emotional issues. It really depends. How can you release it? The King of Pentacles, the Nine of Cups reversed, and the Knight of Cups. I feel like somebody here is very supportive of you, and I don't know who it is. It's a King of Pentacles archetype, okay? So if you're dealing with a King of Pentacles archetype here, or there's somebody here who's like that, I feel like this is somebody who is very supportive of you, especially in regards to your emotional space or your job. Maybe it's a coworker that has your back. Maybe it is, a love partner. Okay. Like if this is about work or whatever, and you keep coming home and your partner or your spouse is seeing that you're sad every day, it's like lean on this person a little bit. Don't be afraid to lean on this person, is what I want to say. Now, that's not how you're going to essentially fix the problem, but it will help. I also think that when it comes to something that maybe makes sense on paper, but isn't really for you, it's asking you to listen to that. Because I feel like with that Nine of Cups in reverse, it's like you're not getting something that you want. You're not fulfilled on an individual level. And for some of you, it can be a sense of codependency. Like you keep staying in something that is essentially just codependent, but it's not really what you want. It's just you're holding on to it out of fear. You're holding on to it out of a sense of codependency. For others of you, if this is about a love relationship, and you'd be like, yeah, it makes sense on paper, or like, yeah, this person like, brings me some cookies from Subway sometimes or whatever, but like this isn't really what I want for me. Like this is like I'm bored, or this isn't fulfilling me on an emotional level. Queen of Cups reversed, Nine of Cups reversed. How do you keep this from happening? Okay, well, thanks, Captain Obvious. The Death card is about a change, a huge change, massive change, or allowing the changes or the ending that is happening that's out of your control to allow it to happen. The Hermit. Some of you really need to drop something that is not fulfilling or that you feel you can no longer handle. Like maybe you bit off more than you can chew, or maybe something is just too confusing. And I feel like that sense of confusion is likely your answer. Like when people ask me, like, oh, like, he or she is giving me mixed signals. What does this mean? That is your answer. You usually 9.9 times out of 10, you will know. There will not be a question in your mind if somebody truly wants you, right? Just for an example. So, I feel like you have an answer, okay? And this is about taking some time to yourself. Like if this is from like a sense of codependency, for instance, take some time for yourself. Be okay with being alone with that hermit. Figure out what you want. Figure out who you are. Figure out, right? Because we should always be evolving to a degree, okay? Sometimes we're stagnant, 8 of Pentacles in reverse, okay? And that's okay. That happens. That's a part of life. But an evolution needs to take place here, okay? But it's to me about, God, freaking ear is itching. Okay, great. Um, okay, it's driving me crazy. But yeah, so anyway, sorry about that. That's what I have for you, Saji. Thank you so much. I hope that you will like, share, comment, and subscribe. And if you want to book a super chat question, you can do so right here on YouTube. Let's go ahead and move on to Capricorn. What's up, Easy Dean? The honesty kills me. What did I say? Okay, Capricorn, whatever placement you are, let's go ahead and see what is draining you, how you can release it, and how you can keep it from returning, or how do you stop it from happening altogether. The 3 of Pentacles reversed for what's draining your energy. Okay. The Knight of Wands reversed. And the 5 of Pentacles reversed. Okay, listen. Okay. It's either one of two ways, baby. It's either that somebody does not like you. Okay. Somebody does not like you, or somebody is not interested in collaborating with you, on getting on the same page with you, getting on in the same book, the same sentence, whatever the fuck. Okay. They're not, it's like not working. But for some reason, you feel like you need this person's attention so badly, and you keep bringing it back into your life, or you keep bringing it up, or you keep unblocking them, or you keep reaching out or something like that, when it is like, it's not working and it's driving you crazy because you and this person just completely butt heads, or you just do not get along. But you keep trying to seek out their validation in some way, even if it's like inadvertently. For others of you, somebody's doing this to you. And it's exhausting because you're like, I don't like you, or whatever. And I can feel like this person is going out of their way to like get your attention. And you're like, I don't agree with you, or like who you are, or what you have going on. And you could feel like they keep trying to infiltrate your life, or even if this is like, this can't just be somebody who's very inconsistent in your life in some way, but you keep letting them back in. Okay. And they just come and please whenever you allow it, whenever you let them. That can be also what's draining, but it just depends. How can you release it? The King of Swords reversed, the 9 of Swords, the Lovers. So, in my opinion, I mean, this is like all air energy. It's very mental. Some of you, you keep allowing yourself to be gaslit into a more stressful situation than you actually desire. When really it's about asking yourself, does this person have the same values as me? Does this make sense? Do we actually get along? How's the communication, right? But it feels like for some of you, it's either that you keep gaslighting yourself or you keep gaslighting another person. So for some of you, you keep purposely gaslighting another individual in regards to whatever the reality is to create more fear or anxiety within them to get them to connect with you with that lovers there. Okay. For others of you, someone's doing this to you. But how you're going to be able to release this is by, instead of making decisions based around your own sense of fear or this feeling of, oh, maybe I'm just going to be alone forever, this is all it's going to be, or whatever. Like, and I always say this, and so forgive me for my regular subscribers, my regular dragons that always hear me say this, but your higher self decision is this. Think about the person that you love the most in your head. Got it? Great. Imagine that they came to you with like a question, right? Something that you're going through. Imagine they came to you with the same situation and asked advice from you. Whatever your answer is your higher self decision, is your higher self answer. Because sometimes we can love others more than we love ourselves, right? So, like, think about your child or think about somebody that you love more than anyone in the whole wide world. Like, whatever you would tell them to do about a situation, that is what you should do. That is your higher self talking. How do you keep it from returning? Judgment in reverse. Stop reliving the past. Justice. Take matters into your own hands is what I heard. That's interesting. Put the smack down. you know. Okay. Some of you, if you're the one where you keep doing the gaslighting, where you're inconsistent, where you're just in and out, where you keep being a little bit of a turd, this is the time where you need to be honest. This is a time where you need to be honest, maybe not with somebody else, but you certainly need to be honest with yourself about a situation, and you need to take responsibility. Judgment, justice, 10 of wands. I can't think of a more responsibility themed thread. Thread, spread. And for some of you, if you're on the other side of things, it's about essentially ignoring this and knowing what's best for you. Like if that person from the past keeps popping up or they're trying to, get your attention through toxic means, or, maybe they're like, I don't know, maybe they're posting on their Facebook, oh yeah, just got laid last night. And then it's like, the next night they're like, hey, how are you? Like, trying to play on your insecurities or something like that, right? Oh, and then you're like, "Well, what was that post about?" And they're like, "Oh, it's just a joke." It's like, shut the fuck up, right? Whatever it is. That's just a really dumb example, but it's like be honest with yourself, whatever side you're on. It's like about being honest with yourself and taking responsibility for your own life and your own decisions. Okay. So that is what I have for you, Capricorn. Thank you so much. I hope that you will like, share, comment, and subscribe. And if you guys want to book a personal, you can do so at Violetta Alexis. And if you want to book a super chat question, you can do so right here on YouTube in this live. Alrighty. Rambling. I secretly like everybody likes attention a lot of the times, except for my daughter. She only likes attention when it comes to her family members. My daughter Khaleesi, she doesn't like attention when it comes to anybody else but her family. Like Sun in the fourth, I think. Does she have Sun in the fourth house? I think it's Sun in the fourth. Mm-hmm. Yeah, I think she has her Sun in the fourth house. I secretly want them to change for me. Nah, fuck that. If somebody changes for me, and then when we have a breakup, they go back to being their old selves. Ugh. I don't want that. What you want is you want somebody with integrity at the end of the day. If I could pick any quality for a partner to have, it would be integrity. Because like, if you're with somebody and you notice that they return something to the store and they know that it's broken, but they don't tell the person, they don't tell the store person, like, oh, this is broken, you know, or you hear them talking bad about like their ex-wife or ex-husband's like body or something like that. Don't think you're exempt from that. Don't think that you're exempt from that, you know? And it's important to pay attention to those things. You don't want someone that's going to change for you. It, you because if they're only changing for you, this is not who they truly want to become. It's just so that way they can have access to you, you know? So if you're like, yeah, I'm not sleeping with you when you're watching porn. Like I'm not doing that, right? And they just stop watching it, you know, just so they can do it with you, right? They haven't actually changed. There's that lustfulness or there's still that issue there in their psyche. And they're only going to either remove it or pretend to remove it so that way they can have access to you. But if something happens, if you break up, if they want to get back at you or something, you know, and it doesn't have to be porn, it can be whatever, but they're going to go back to that same way of doing something because it is not a vital part of what their actual character is. I have sun in 6th house. Yeah, I have the sun in the 6th house too. I fucking hate it. I have a 6th house stellium. I hate it. If they do it to someone else, they will do it to you when you upset them. Yes. Yeah, absolutely. It's very, very true. Yeah. I used to work at a phone shop. That's cool. I can't really get into that. I have to have like a it takes me so if I indulge in that, which I really don't, but if I and like it can't be a random like person. I'm like I don't know you. This is weird. You know what I mean? I don't know. It has to be somebody that I have feelings for or that I've had a personal interaction with, you know, but not I can't do it. I don't know. I'm not like I watch and I'm just like, "Oh." Like I watched some like girl activities once upon a time and I was like, "This is so fake." And being a bisexual, like I know what it's really like, okay? And watching that I was just like, "Ew." Like, "Oh, yeah, like just stop. Just please stop. Please. This is done. I'm done. I'm out of here never again." I don't think I tried to look back for like 6 months. I was like, "No." Oh my god. So yeah, couldn't do it. Touching grass instead of toys. There you go. Love it. Oh, Nicole, sun in the 8th. Okay. Right. It's so fake. So fake. No, thank you. And give me a man or a woman that would literally kill for me. You know what I'm saying? That's my porn. Give me a man or a woman that would crawl across glass to be with me. Okay. Loyalty or nothing, bitch. Loyalty or nothing. I want devotion. Okay. I want to be the stove that you're willing to put your hand on and enjoy the process of being burned in a sexy way. Like I want you to love it. I want you to be Hades and Persephone at the same time. I want to be Persephone and Hades at the same time. I want to hear your chains rattle from my room when you wake up in the morning. Period. Yes, I have a Venus in Scorpio. There you go, kiddos. Damn, where you been all my life then? Loyalty is like the sexiest thing in my opinion. Like, I have stuck with partners through so much. Like, I mean so much, right? Which is maybe not the best idea, right? But I always leave when there's a hint of infidelity. I'm like, "Bye. Goodbye. No, thank you." Immediate that girl down there turns into a prune in June on the sidewalk. Like, just shriveled up, no waterfalls here, ma'am or sir. I can't, it's such a turn off. Ugh. That's like the ugliest quality to me. It's such a turn off. It like makes me so ew. I'm not into that. I don't like that. Yeah. Like, that's how I left pretty much like all my partners. Like, I'm like, nope, bye. Like, I threw an entire 5-year relationship off of one like lusty text. I did. I was gone. I packed all my stuff, left on Thanksgiving morning. I was out of there. I took everything and I left. Can't do it. Goodbye. Okay. So, Aquarius. Aquarius, let's go ahead and take a look at what may be draining you, how you can release it, and how you can keep it from returning. We have the King of Cups for what's draining you, the Devil. Oh, the Page of Pentacles reversed. You're in love. You're in love with somebody. You are in love, but it is like fatal attraction. Okay. For some of you, you are really obsessed with someone. Okay, I'm just going to be honest. Or maybe it's somebody that is obsessed with you. Okay, whatever way you want to slice it, dice it. I don't care. But it makes me feel like there is a very strong obsession to it because it's something that you feel like you lost or something that you feel like you missed. There can be not just an obsession with a person, but a very lustful fixation towards an individual. Product of my own demise. The fuck? I don't know why I heard that. That's weird. Can I get one more for this? The Six of Wands reversed. You're attached to a missed opportunity that you feel entitled to or that you feel overlooked by. You feel very overlooked, misunderstood, not appreciated. And it like kind of tears you up inside, I feel. Some of you, it's the other way around where you may feel like just because you love somebody, you have a sense of entitlement over their body or over their attention in some way, which is definitely toxic within itself. So it depends on who you are. I don't know. I'm getting a lot of messages like this. Some of you have this battle, like if you're this masculine, if you're this King of Cups, okay, some of you are having this battle between like a sense of maturity and honest to God love in regards to how you get your way with someone, or in regards to ego and a sense of entitlement and manipulation. And you're having a hard time, you're like battling with yourself on how to go about a certain situation to get your needs met. Others of you, you're obsessed with somebody, but you feel like you can't give it attention for some reason, or you're more so, maybe not more necessarily obsessed with the person, although I feel like there's a deep love here, but it can be fixated on the fact that you feel like um you did not get some kind of credit due, or you were not appreciated for what you brought to the table in some way. And it can be more attached to, the I don't want to say validation, but that's what the only thing I can think of right now. Like the sense of validation or praise that you should have got for the effort that you feel like you put in. For others of you, okay. So for others of you, it can be that oh no, don't lose it. What was I gonna say? Some of you feel entitled to somebody else without actually putting in effort. Like you feel like you are hands down the prize, although you're not really bringing much to the table. Okay, like there's not like an effort there. It's just a sense of like, well, you fucking come to me, or you're dealing with somebody like this. But it's not in like a healthy way. It's not in a healthy way. What a weird reading. How you can release it, the moon, the 5 of cups, the sun reversed. For some of you where you're very attached to a missed opportunity, and this is why you're obsessed with it, because it may have something more to do with like your ego. You know what I'm saying? We've all been there where it's like, well, why didn't they want me? Or, why didn't I get that pat on the back? Or why didn't I get laid? Or why didn't I? And it's like needing to remove your ego from the situation and just like eh, being, I don't know, I guess emotionally mature enough to just see that that's not always it. Like, ooh, I know that's a hard one. Okay. But for some of you, it can be that. It can be about like really facing your fear around like rejection or something like that. But don't be afraid to look at something for what it was, or like what it is, or yourself and your motive and your emotional motivations, or your egoic motivations, because we all have them. But there's definitely this grip that you have on what has been lost, and your ego is very much connected to that because the sun is in reverse, connected to the 5 of cups, when I feel like you need to take more of a moon like approach to that. And what does that mean? It means that experiences are a reflection of you. It means that there are deep emotional issues that are connected to the feeling that you're having around this, and being mature enough and honest with yourself to understand where those are coming from, and also the fears that you have bred inside of yourself far before this connection or whatever this issue is has ever decided to rear its head. I don't know if that makes sense. But it's about like needing to face yourself, you know, like needing to face yourself in some way, and taking a more receptive approach to sadness, or regret, or rejection, or something like that. Like sometimes what I try to do is I try to, like, if I'm feeling rejected or unappreciated in some way, I try to go, oh, I try to look at it almost as a third party person and be like, oh, that was interesting, and be honest with myself in regards to what that means, and understand that, like, honestly, no matter how bad somebody does you, nobody really owes you shit. And that's like the hardest pill to swallow, right? It's like really nobody owes you anything. People owe it to themselves to be who they are and make their own mistakes, or, make choices for themselves that they feel are the best for them or the healthiest for them, you know? I guess I'll have another piece of chocolate, because why not? How do you keep this from happening? For some of you, if you are the one where you feel rejected in some cases, okay? If you feel like you are the one that's rejected and you're feeling some kind of way about it, or you feel like you didn't get the recognition that you deserved, or like stop trying to prove to people that you deserve it. Like stop trying to prove to somebody that you're worthy. Stop trying to force somebody to see this in you. And because you're trying to hold on to something, like you need this to prove that you're worthy. You need them to say yes to prove that, you know, you're attractive or whatever the thing is. And what you need to do is you need to take that, all of that attention and that power that you're giving to other people or to somebody else in regards to what your worth is. And you need to decide if you go to a car dealership, do you get to show up and be like, yeah, so I'm not going to pay $100,000 for that car. I'm going to pay $20. No, that's ridiculous. And you should feel the same about yourself, right? And like, for instance, it reminds me of like when like I don't know. Like if somebody tries to haggle with you or make you feel less than because you're too skinny or because you're a certain age or something like that. Like if they're trying to haggle you, like it's them that's haggling with you. So clearly they want something from you or they wouldn't be getting you to try to metaphorically lower your price to fuck with them, right? Like, I remember there was this one guy, and this is back when I used to be a sugar baby, okay? And there was this guy, I think I was like 30, I wanna say I was 33, 32, 33, 33, I think. And he was it was pretty funny. And, I told him what I wanted as my allowance, and he goes, "That's ridiculous. That's ridiculous." And I said, "Okay, well, it was nice to meet you." And then he goes, he said, "Well, there are women out there that are younger than you and that wouldn't ask me for that much." I said, "Okay, that's fine. You can go find them. You're trying to haggle with me. I'm not trying to haggle with you." You know what I mean? No, it's a terrible toxic example, okay? But it was a long time ago, you know? And so, rambling, thank you so much for that super chat question. And shout out to Megs. Oh, Megs, I'm so sorry, baby. I didn't see that. Thank you so much for the double time. Thank you, baby. And sorry, I know that's a really bad example, but it was the best one I can think of. So it's like, don't allow people to haggle you. Just be like, okay, that's great. Bye. Like, thank you so much for coming. You know what I'm saying? And just kind of move on. Don't try to change anybody's opinion of you or whatever it is. It's not your job to do that. It's your job to be you. It's your job to take responsibility for yourself and your sense of self worth and who you are as a person and not allow yourself to be, you know, metaphorically haggled to death or whatever. Does that make sense? Like a Lamborghini doesn't have to prove that it's a Lamborghini. It just is, right? So what can you do for yourself where you can be that Lamborghini you know you are, you know, so to speak? You know, it's important to pour into yourself as opposed to pouring into others to prove to them your sense of worth. You have to do that for you. What's up, Charlie baby? Thank you so much for that. And then you're not going to feel the need to do that anymore. Okay. All right. I hope that made sense. Thank you so much, Aquarius. I hope that you will like, share, comment, and subscribe. And if you want to book a super chat question, you can do so right here on YouTube. All right, moving on to Pisces. Yeah, thank you so much, Megs. That was really sweet. All right, so Pisces, whatever placement you may be, welcome. Let's go ahead and take a look at what's draining your energy, how you can release it, and how you can keep it from returning or how you can stop it. Seven of Pentacles reversed. The Seven of Wands. 7, 7. If another 7 comes out, I'm going to shit my pants. Okay, Strength reverse. Mm, okay. You got to stop. Okay. It- who told you that you couldn't do something? Or like, so when I see this with the Strength in reverse and the Queen of Wands reversed, this looks like some either jealousies or it's just some kind of insecurities that's making you feel like you can't take the lead in a situation, that makes you feel like the ugliest bitch in the room, or that makes you feel less confident than you need to feel. And I'm wondering if that's because you are giving or investing time and energy into the wrong thing. Cause like it's interesting to me that the 7 of Wands is here, because that tells me that you may have people that are jealous of you. Is it like imposter syndrome or something? Oh, don't do that. What's that 7 of Pentacles reverse? Sorry. 3 of Cups. So it's one of two ways, okay? It's either that you have the chops or you have the ability to really maintain some kind of level of success in your life or to obtain it. But you may have people in your life that are trying to knock you down, or people that are trying to drag you down, or a person that's trying to drag you down that is excuse me, that is causing some kind of maybe just drama in your life or something like that. And it's affecting you. It's affecting your level of confidence. It's affecting your sense of pride or whatever it is. And maybe you're invested into the wrong people. Now, for others of you, it can be that you're jealous of another. Okay. So if that's the case and you're jealous of another person, your time is better spent investing in yourself as opposed to investing into why you think that somebody is better than you, when that's usually not the case. Or maybe it is, but you actually have the potential to be just as successful or to be just as fit or to be just as whatever the thing is that you think you don't have or you think you can't obtain. And you can. But it may be that you get trapped in your own head, get trapped in your own sense of insecurities, and you feel too afraid to speak up. You feel too afraid to stand up for yourself. For some of you, it really has nothing to do with jealousy, and it has everything to do with you being afraid to stand up or speak out against something. And I feel like for some of you, it's really your silence that feels debilitating or feels exhausting and or draining to you. Ace of Swords. There may be a King of Wands in reverse energy around you, somebody who thinks that they're a leader, but they're not, somebody who may be hating on you, somebody who may be trying to control you, um, bully you or something like that. And really, some of you just need to work up to saying something or cutting this bitch out of your life, whoever this is. Okay. For some of you, it's really about doing the groundwork to work on your own level of confidence. And so what can that look like? Well, the Knight of Pentacles is really going to take his or her time in working towards the thing that they want to build or that they want to work on. And they're going to take their time and they're going to make sure that they do it right because they don't want to have to go back and do it again. They want to make sure it's done right the first time. And so, like, for instance, if you guys are, let's say that you're not feeling so confident in like your, I don't know, writing abilities. So you don't really want to share your poem with the class, okay? Fucking work on it. Like work on it behind the scenes. Go and write your ass off. Watch or read things that inspire that emotion in you to write the best shit that you have ever written in your fucking life, right? If this is about speaking out against somebody, think really hard about what you want to say, what your points are, and then say that shit. Say it with your whole ass chest. But for some of you where, you know, somebody is creating some kind of fear in you to speak out or something like that, don't let them have that power over you, Pisces. Okay? Like, I've been in some relationships where I just felt like I had to like I had to um walk on eggshells all the time and I had to like be a certain way. It's like, oh God, who can live like that? Maybe it's a boss, maybe it's your husband, maybe it's your wife. I mean, I don't know, but how you can prevent this from happening again? Nine of Pentacles, Two of Wands, the Temperance. This is about not being dependent upon somebody else's opinion of what they think that you should be doing or saying or creating. This is about independence, about knowing your worth, about allowing yourself to make decisions based around your own individual needs and desires and wants, and being able to find peace with that. You know what I mean? So, like, for instance, if somebody in your life is always feeling like they want you to put them first at all costs all the time, and you're trying to do that because this person has broke you down and made you feel like shit, so all of your decisions are based around this person's happiness. No. Immediately no. Okay? So it's about making decisions based around what makes you comfortable, what brings you happiness, and being okay with being by yourself, or any kind of codependency as well that you may feel like you have. That should be something that is looked at and worked on. And making your own choices is what I wanna say as well. Some of you have someone around you, or you've had, like, a parent your whole life, like, always, try to tell you how to live your life or something like that, and I don't feel like that needs to happen. Like, remember who you are, and keep an eye on keep an eye on the ball of who you wanna become. 'Cause there's a great creativity or independence or balance or, like, student or teacher inside of you. Very creative, optimistic. I mean, this is Venus and, like, Jupiter energy, It's the 2 benefics, like, there's something very beautiful about you, but somebody may have made you feel otherwise, in some way and made you feel like putting yourself first or speaking out or something, like, you know what I'm saying? So anyway, that is what I have for you, Pisces. Thank you guys so much. I hope that you will like, share, comment, and subscribe. And if you want to book a super chat question, you can do so right here on YouTube. And if you want to book a personal reading, you can do so at violetaalexis.com. All righty. Oh, no, Tay. You're welcome, Shannon. Anytime, baby. All right, ladies. Thanks, Underdog Tarot. All right, Miss Intricate. Hello, how is Jonathan feeling about me? Thank you. Sure. Eight of Swords reversed, the Five of Swords reversed, the Hangman reversed, and the Seven of Swords. Yikes. I feel like this person has made a decision or is getting ready to make some kind of decision. But why is there still stuck energy here? It's almost like a false sense of a decision, and I don't even know how to explain that. So the Eight of Swords in reverse can show up when we have made a decision that we have been stuck on for a while. So he may be making a decision about you specifically, or it could be that he feels like you have made a decision. And there's some kind of level of getting unstuck from either an idea, a conversation. Five of Swords in reverse is like, I feel at a loss. Or it's that I don't want to play games anymore, or I don't want to fuck around anymore. But that Hangman in reverse tells me that there's still this, and the Seven of Swords tells me that there's a fear of letting go. There's a fear of perspective. There's this avoidance of needing to make too many sacrifices within the dynamic. It's a very, like, I don't want to say aggressive, but it's a very passive energy, if anything. It seems very passive, but like a conscious decision to be passive about the situation. But there may be some certain things that he's avoiding in this dynamic, like certain conversations, once again, sharing certain perspectives, or even wanting to hear your perspectives. Maybe he doesn't want to hear the truth or something like that. But the Hangman in reverse is when we are truly stuck. We're not moving at all. We're not seeing things for what they are, or we're not even trying to see. We're not willing to let go. We're not willing to make certain sacrifices around certain dynamics or certain things. And it's this feeling of, it's almost like a feeling of defeat in a weird way. So, I'm not sure if that makes sense to you, but it's almost like a feeling of defeat that he feels. I don't know if you guys, like, just had an argument, so this is about, like, one solid argument or something, but it's definitely a level of defeat, or he may feel that that's you, but so, thank you so much, Miss Intricate. Then we have my girl Davina. Hello, beautiful. Is David coming back to me in the future? Let's see. Sort of. That world in reverse with that Page of Swords makes me feel like he's not done with you. There's still some kind of unfinished business that he's very well aware of. And there may be a lot of spying, watching, checking up on you before there is contact. But it's really about whether or not he decides that he's going to want to go past the point of just stalking you or watching you and actually make contact. You know what I'm saying? So a lot of stalking going on is the best way I could put that. And we got my girl Jess. Hello, Jess. What do I need to hear to bring resolve, close out any hope, and let go of the past? The Star in reverse and the Six of Pentacles. There's hope for you yet. Okay, let me see. If you feel here like your worth is not being seen in some way, I feel like that is not the case. I feel like it's just more of you needing to see it for yourself first. This can also be healing around your own sense of self-worth and self-value, and it can also be some healing that you're needing around even valuing the small things in life or the comforts in your life. Like the small things is what I want to say. Valuing those things as well can be something for you. Yeah, it feels, see, look. So now we have the Star in reverse with the Six of Pentacles, okay? And then we have the Ace of Cups with the Four of Cups reverse. It makes me once again feel like there needs to be gratitude for the little things. You know, I think that when we focus too much on the big picture and we feel like, oh, this is a loss, or look at my life, or, and I'm not saying that's how you're thinking, but sometimes the details are important. You know, the little small things, the day-to-day things, the like, you know, there's this one lady at my gym that works there, and I just love seeing her face when I go there. She's this older woman, and she just like, oh, there's that bright, shiny face, you know, like little moments like that that are so special. And I know that sounds really stupid, but it's telling you that you may actually find more opportunity in the little things in your life by learning to appreciate the little things. I'm not saying that you don't, but I'm just saying look out for them more because there's more behind those little things that are a lot bigger than you think that they are. As far as letting go of the past, the Knight of Swords in reverse and the Wheel of Fortune in reverse. It feels like a repetitive cycle. It feels like there's a repetitive cycle in your life that keeps happening in a different way, in a similar way. Once again, I really want you to start focusing on the small bits of sweetness in your life, the little things to be appreciative for, the little things about yourself that you should be appreciative for. And once again, I'm not saying that you're not, but I feel like it may be that sometimes what you do is, and this is normal, and I think that we should do this. We can ask a lot about, like, why did this happen? How did this happen? How did I let it get like this? Or why did I act like that? Or what did I think it's important for self-discovery. I think it's important for evolution. But I also think that it's important that once you grasp that information and you understand it, you have to apply it and you have to let it go. It was kinda like what I was saying in, I don't know if it was Taurus's reading, I can't remember which reading it was. Fuck, what reading was it? Damn it, I wish I could remember. Was it Gemini? No. Fuck, I don't remember, I'm sorry. I'm trying to remember so that I can tell you to go watch it, but of course I don't, because I don't remember what the hell I said, and that's what the message I'm trying to get across now. But it was something about how when you're, like, when you're worshiping the ending of something, or you're worshiping the outcome as opposed to, like, the journey, what it meant to you and why it happened. And I feel like this is very important for you as well. And sometimes you can be so focused on the past or so focused on how something didn't work out that you don't realize how many other little things that you have to be appreciative for, and needing to focus so much on those things so that way you don't miss other opportunities in your life. Your advice? Pisces, and nothing is yet set in stone. So once again, this is like mutable energy, and for it to say that nothing is yet set in stone with mutable moon. So this is making me feel like there's some creativity you need to indulge in, okay? There's also, once again, this need for you to be fluid in your emotions and understand that, like, what's happening right now, even if it's negative, is not going to last. Things that are positive right now in your life are not necessarily going to last. That's just life. That is the wheel of fortune. When you turn in the upright, when you turn it in the reverse, we're holding on to things that have uh what is it? Outweighed their welcome. What is that saying? Overstayed their welcome, whatever the thing is. You know what I mean? And it's like it's already dead. Like, don't keep holding on to it. And it's really about going with the ebbs and flows of life. And sometimes that's what I have to do for myself, is I have to like look at something objectively, or I have to take a step back and I have to be like, oh, that was interesting. Instead of like getting too mm, attaching a need for a certain outcome to it, and just being like, oh, okay, that was interesting. I wonder what I have to gain from that. Or I just like let it go, and then eventually I figure it out. But I try not to put too much energy into it. So yeah, I hope that made sense. Thanks a lot, Jess. I appreciate it. All right, let's move on. Chris, thank you so much for the donation, baby. Ashley B, what can I expect in my love life in the next 3 months? Oh God, Six of Swords, okay. Four of Swords reverse. I mean, it could be that you heal something with someone from the past, okay? But it feels like more so this is just about you on an individual level. It can't be that maybe somebody's moving on from you, but I'm getting that you're more so moving on from some kind of mind games, some kind of deception, even if it's you deceiving yourself. And it seems like there's some healing work that you're doing where you're like, okay, well, you know what? That's done. I'm kind of over it. I'm good. You may take some time out and like, read a self-help book, or you may take some time to meditate a lot more and be kind of alone, and then you're like, okay, now I'm good. You're ready to kind of get back out there, brush something off. That's more so what I'm getting. Thanks a lot, Ashley. Then we got Cool Girl. I have a coworker, his name is Nick. He tried to show up as my friend, but I get creepy, sketchy vibes from him. Even my mom sees it. I have distanced myself. Is everything going to be okay? Paranoid. I feel like this is you, or this is your advice. This is likely telling you to be very straight the fuck up when it comes to somebody who's trying to offer you something. The Queen of Swords is somebody who's been through a lot, and she doesn't fuck around. She doesn't mess around. She's very logical. She's very straight to the point, and she's going to let you know about yourself. Not in a cruel way, but she is very direct. And I feel like it's either telling you that that's what you need to do, or this person may come back around to give some kind of friendly offer, but I do feel like this person admires you or probably has a crush on you. This person may end up having a little bit of a grudge towards you, or may act kind of immature in some way. I want you to be cautious with like flipping out or anything like that with that Queen of Pentacles in reverse. The Queen of Pentacles in reverse can be like somebody who's mean, okay? Like strict, like mean, all right? And while I don't think you need to be mean, I also don't think that you need to be super friendly either. If this is somebody that is genuinely bothering you, you make sure that you initiate very clear and set boundaries. Don't ever distrust your intuition when it comes to something feeling off, somebody feeling off. And if it gets to be too much, file a police report for real. Like just there's no harm in filing a police report. Okay? But, you know, if you feel like, and I don't really think anything is going to happen, to be honest with you. I mean, I think maybe he'll be a little bit immature about it. 6 of Cups in reverse, he'll maybe hold a little bit of a grudge. Just how you respond to things are sometimes so much more important than the events themselves. You know what I'm saying? But I feel like you'll be fine. But I'm going to tell you right now, 9 times out of 10, if a man is attracted to you and he's trying to be your friend, if you give him the opportunity to be with you in that way, he will take it. Okay. We have Tay. Hi V, is the connection ever going to shift for the better, or was it never meant to go further? What's going to happen with this connection? 4 of Pentacles, very held back, you know, not much happening. We're not really taking a risk. We're more so holding back out of fear or responsibility or caution. What was this meant to be? The 2 of Cups in reverse. This may have been like a disconnect or a misunderstanding between the two of you for you to better understand yourself, to better connect with yourself. And it might have just, you know, and I hate to say it, right? But it may have just not been like meant to be, really. So yeah, it feels more held back than anything. But I feel like this is an opportunity for not for you to necessarily like understand why something isn't working out, although I think that can be useful. I think it's more about you understanding yourself. Thank you so much, Tay. I love your profile picture, by the way. You look so cute. Underdog Tarot, what's up with my intuition right now? Thank you. It's telling you to move forward with something. It's telling you basically like this. There's something that you may fear, but it's telling you to push through that fear. So if that fear is telling you like, oh, I'm too afraid to reject this person. Reject this person, okay? Like, if your intuition is telling you, reject this person, but you have fear, like, you need to listen to that, okay? But whatever it is, whatever the thing that is causing you fear, you need to do whatever that thing is. But it's around your intuition. So it's like what your intuition is telling you. So if your intuition is like, oh, like, yeah, don't go visit that person in Oregon or whatever, okay? But you're like afraid of what this person may think, or you're afraid this person may block you. I don't care. Like, you need to listen to your intuition, okay? Whatever that may be for you. 2 of Swords in reverse is telling you not to avoid something. It's telling you not to avoid something. This is not about the waiting game. This is not about putting something off. This is not about you know, playing Mr. Nice Guy or Mr. Nice Girl or whatever. This is about making it a definitive decision around you and what's good for you or whatever it is. Eight of Cups in reverse and the Magician in reverse. Maybe there's something that you're settling for, okay? Whether it's like a mindset, whether it's a person, whether it's the stagnancy that is, I don't know, something, your Substack. Okay. But you may be like trying to discourage yourself out of something as well, or discourage yourself into something that isn't really meant for you. If there's somebody in your life that you feel is manipulative as well and is trying to get you to come back around or is trying to get you to settle in some way, I'd listen to that as well. Okay. Ultimately, I feel like the lesson here is maybe to listen to your gut. Okay. Or you can be kidding yourself about something. Like you can be manipulating yourself into something. Don't do it. Listen to your gut. We have a thank you, underdog. Then we have Maddie R. Hello, I have a coworker who I feel I have a past life karmic connection with. Does he feel as intensely about our connection as I do? Well, let's see how he feels. 10 of Pentacles in reverse with the 10 of Cups. That's really interesting. The Fool reversed with the Page of Wands. Well, I'm going to tell you how he feels, and then you can tell me if you think that, or tell yourself, you can tell me if you think that he feels this intensely, okay? The 10 of Pentacles in reverse for somebody's feelings is like, yeah, I don't know if this is like everything that I've ever wanted. I don't know if this has sustainability. I don't know if this can last a really long time, but I do feel something. 10 of Cups. This can be somebody who is like projecting some kind of ideal onto you, or somebody who feels like they could be very emotionally secure with you. But with the 10 of Pentacles reverse, it's almost like something's more in the clouds than it is grounded in reality. But the emotions are there. The ideal is there. He may even put you on a bit of a pedestal a little bit. And I think he knows that. And so I think with the Fool in reverse, I think there's a fear of like jumping all in head first, because he may feel like long term it doesn't have some kind of sustainability, or it doesn't, you know what I mean? But there is like a level of I either love this person or I feel like I could be very happy with this person, but for some reason he feels like it either won't last or there's not like a foundation. And so he may be trying not to do anything impulsive, but that Page of Wands tells me he's open to you. He's open to you. Like there's something he wants to pursue. I feel like with that Page of Wands, there's a level of attraction there, but it hasn't quite formed, and idealism. But I don't think it has quite formed into like the Knight of Wands where he's like full blown taking action. Remember, with that Fool in reverse, there's some hesitancy there. So it feels like for some reason he's like, oh, I don't know, you know? It almost feels a little cautious, shy almost. Thank you so much, Maddie. Then we have my girl, Small TV. Recently, a coworker said I did something and I have to defend myself. Is there anything that would help me against the situation? I want to scream. The 7 of Cups is like somebody being delusional, somebody projecting their delusions onto another. What can help her with this, though? The Hierophant. This is like standing your ground. Like in regards to your morals or your values. I don't think this is about like needing to prove yourself per se, but this is just about being confident in who you are from a moral standpoint. And I feel like this person will learn eventually with that Hierophant there. The Hierophant is what he teaches. He is of good morale. He does have good values, you know. He has a level head. He doesn't need to force anything. You know, it's Venusian. It's Taurus energy. Taurus energy, unless pushed, you know, is usually very cool, calm, collected, very chill. Ace of Wands. The 5 of Wands. I feel like this is just about standing your ground, you know? Like this Hierophant energy is stronger than the 5 of Wands. So, like, when there's, like, a ridiculous battle about somebody feeling like you did something and them trying to pull you down or trying to get you to argue or whatever it is, um, just staying confident in your own energy of who you are. I don't feel like you necessarily have to prove something. I think it's about you just being who you are and letting the being who you are be the results, being the proof itself. Because that 7 of Cups can be like somebody who's a little bit deluded or living like in a fantasy land or projecting their ideals onto another person or whatever the case may be. Like, I remember one time when I was on a live streaming app, like, I was accused of something, and at first, I, like, defended myself, and then, like, people kept dragging me about it, and I was like, "Alright, I don't give a fuck, like, that's fine. Fight amongst yourselves. I don't care. Like, I didn't do it. Where's the proof?" Like, you know what I'm saying? I just didn't I got to a point where I just didn't give a shit, you know? I felt like the proof was in the pudding, and I feel like that's how you need to feel about it. So stand your ground, but it doesn't mean that you have to, like, prove something. All right, then we got my girl Megs, the Pisces, who's coming for me in love. 3 of Wands could be somebody at a distance. Oh, 3 of Swords. Ah, damn. Why does it feel like this person is always waiting for the other shoe to drop? Could be a Pisces, another Pisces. Okay. Who is this person? 10 of Swords reversed. The Emperor. Whoa. How is she going to know who this is? The 9 of Wands. Whoa. It certainly can be somebody from the past. Okay. With that 10 of Swords reversed and that 3 of Swords. Right, maybe. I feel like this person is they could be an Aries, okay, with that Emperor there, or have an Aries placement. This to me looks like somebody who's incredibly confident. I feel like they've been through a lot of battles in their life, and I feel like they've won every single fucking one, okay? This is somebody who is very strong. They could be like a CEO or somebody who's a big business owner, or somebody who's like a political figure, or somebody who's just in a very strong position of power, or this person holds a lot of power. This is somebody that is highly evolved with that 10 of Swords in reverse and that 9 of Wands as well for how you know who this person is. And when you meet them, they may actually be going through some kind of battle. I don't know if it's like a divorce. I don't know if it's like this person may be heartbroken with that 3 of Swords there. And with that High Priestess, it may be something that they're confident enough to reveal to you. But this is like head honcho, head boss shit, like who this person is. And you're going to know them because you're going to see them as somebody who's like a wounded warrior, like somebody who's been through the ringer. And it looks like maybe when you meet them, they're heartbroken, but they have overcome their circumstances or something like that. Like this person knows how to find the nugget in the golden nugget in the war zone. You know what I mean? Like they know what to do with chaos. They know how to transmute it. They know how to gain power from unfortunate situations. It's like it's a very strong energy. You may be paranoid when you meet this person, okay? But I don't think your intuition is right with the High Priestess reversed. Okay, because you're Pisces. So I'm wondering if that's you. High Priestess in reverse, she can be like, she thinks it's her intuition, but it's really like, you know, her past heartbreak or her paranoia that's really affecting her opinion of another. Okay. Oh, whoops, that was the last person's advice. I keep putting it on the freaking wrong one. We have Mars. Yeah, so it could be Aries. It could be Aries or somebody who is like, you know, sun, moon, or rising Aries. If you want like a very masculine, kind of Martian energy like in your life, I feel like have faith. Like I feel like you're gonna get it. Somebody who's, I don't know if this person's like in the military or if this person is like an officer or something. That can be like Mars. Somebody who's a fighter, somebody, something or another. I feel like you're gonna get it. Like it's somebody who's very masculine. So it could be a Aries or a Scorpio, okay? Because Mars rules Aries and Scorpio. Oh my God, small TV, you're so stupid. You can actually, I've never done this, but you can look at a horary chart, I believe it's called, and actually like find stuff. It's so funny to me. All right, let me shuffle these cards again. All right. Oh my God, Megs, are you kidding me? Oh my God, no way. I just saw your comment. That's freaking crazy. Wow. How weird. You did already meet him. Oh my God. Ooh, that's weird. That's creepy to me. Wow. Tarot is so crazy, isn't it? All right. I did his hair one time. Oh my God. Last shuffle. Usually Aries men are pretty confident, like to an annoying degree, honestly. I love water signs. Love. I love water signs. Love, love. I love me a Scorpio man, bitch. I love, love water signs. Ugh, they feed my soul, honey. Until they get weird. Okay. All right, let's see. Rambling. I'm not sure if I should apply for a promotion. Let's see what happens if you do. Four of Wands, Nine of Wands. I feel like you'll get it. Four of Wands is like, a Four of Wands is like a reason to celebrate, like, fuck yeah, you know? So I feel like you will. And I feel like the Nine of Wands is like, okay, you win, but I don't think it's gonna be easy. Like I don't think the like there may be a man, another like a man, like a masculine figure, could be a Gemini, Libra, Aquarius, or somebody with, you know, strong air energy or like an air-like personality, who wants it and who maybe tries to like guilt trip you or tries to talk you out of it or gaslight you out of it, maybe, or this is like your competition or something like that. But I feel like you'd get it, honestly. I do. Like I said, though, it's gonna be a battle. It's for some reason. It may be a battle or somebody may give you a hard time about it. Your advice for this, Page of Cups. Okay. Trust yourself. Like trust yourself in the situation and don't make things harder on yourself by giving into fears or paranoias or not trusting yourself, not trusting your own sense of intuition. Like show up like humble. Show up in a way where this is something you love or admire and that you want to do or whatever it is, and don't make it harder on yourself by feeding into your own sense of fears. And sometimes you want to kind of like it reminds me of, God, what was it? The Office? It was The Office where Dwight had to, like, give a speech or whatever, and, somebody's advice to him was like, "Just picture everybody in their underwear." Like, so it's like, kinda don't psych yourself out before you do it, because it's just gonna make it harder on you. Like, I want you to be of the mind frame of, like, no, this promotion is mine. Like, it's not a big deal, but like in your mind, it should be yours. You deserve this. That doesn't mean that don't do the work to back up that affirmation. Affirmations need to come with action, right? Manifestations need to come with action. Capricorn. There you go. Perfect promotion business sign. Adjustments are required. So there's something in regards to maybe how you go about this or how you initiate this that needs to be adjusted. So I don't know what that means for you. I don't know if it's just like maybe you're going to need to compete for this. Okay, I did say it wasn't going to be super super easy. But Capricorn is cardinal energy, right? It's the granddaddy, so to speak. It's Saturnian energy. So it works really hard. It does the work that it needs to do in order to get to the top of the mountain, so to speak. And so it's telling you to be ambitious, but be realistic and take methodical steps in regards to what it is that you want. It's like, what is the next right thing to do? Like, think of it like, how do you it's one step at a time. How do you eat a whale? One bite at a time, right? Try not to look at it as like a huge, oh my God, it's this big thing. It's like, I'm just gonna do a really great job right now on this particular project, and they're gonna see how great I did. And then I'm gonna do even better on the next one. And it's not a big deal, because I know that I can. Does that make sense? And like, I have a Sagittarius best friend, and I have way too many Earth placements, okay? Taurus rising, Taurus moon, Virgo sun, Mars and Capricorn. So I am like, everything has to be a certain way, whatever, control freak. But he will like talk me off a ledge and be like, why do you give a fuck? Fucking relax. Just put some shit out there, whatever, like, no. So sometimes it's nice to have one of your optimistic fire sign friends or air sign friends just to tell you to not give so much of a fuck. Doesn't mean don't do the work, but don't psych yourself out. I hope that makes sense. Thank you, darling. I hope you're doing good. Then we have Charlie Baby. Um, I'm a Pisces Aqua. They are Cap. Should I block them? I'm getting breadcrumbed. Okay. How are they going to act if Charlie Baby does not block them? How is it going to go? I feel like you're still gonna get breadcrumbed, and then I feel like it's gonna probably end badly. If I'm gonna be honest with you, Charlie Baby, it's probably gonna end in some kind of betrayal. Okay, with that 10 of Swords. So let's get some advice. I feel like there's somebody else out there for you. I feel like you need to be confident enough to understand that and know that. There can be a King of Wands energy that's coming for you. in some kind of way, somebody who's going to feel like more of a blessing or more like a gift, somebody who is very attractive, very attracted to you. And so I feel like that can come to you, but I feel like you're needing to clear the space for that to come in. You ever notice how you start clearing the toxicity out of your life, the good things that start to infiltrate it? You know what I'm saying? Something to kind of think about. Thank you so much, Charlie. And then we have small TV. That's the rest of the money from first question plus this one. Okay. So, similar to the aqua reading, I fear my guy feels entitled to my hoo ha and energy because he does treat me well. Am I wrong as fuck? I fear my guy feels entitled to my hoo ha and energy because he does treat me well. Oh, so you feel like because he treats you well, he feels entitled to having sex with you. Okay. Let's see why he treats you well. Let's see that first. Eight of Pentacles, Knight of Cups, Ace of Cups in reverse. Tell me about that Ace of Cups in reverse. Okay. I mean, do I think there's something in it for him? Yeah. You know, he definitely believes that. I'm not saying like necessarily a level of entitlement though. It seems like you meet some kind of standard that he genuinely likes and adores with that Knight of Cups that he feels like he can be vulnerable with. And he's willing to meet that standard, or he's willing to truly, absolutely put in the effort towards you and what your standard is, or at least what he feels like it is. I feel like this is somebody who enjoys you, okay, on every level, apparently. I feel like this is somebody who wants to be romantic with you. I feel like this person has strong feelings for you. Do I think that they, yeah, feel like there's something in it for them? Yeah, I do. It feels like there's something as well. Like it almost feels like giving you something heals them in return. Can I get advice for this? The Hangman and the Six of Wands. Well, I mean, have you tried communicating this? You know? I mean, it doesn't mean he's gonna tell you the truth, but it doesn't necessarily mean he's gonna lie either. I mean, I'm so upfront and honest. I would literally just be like, "Hey, I know that you treat me well and everything, but I need you to understand that that does not entitle you to access to my naked body. Like, I need you to know that." You know what I'm saying? Like, I would just be honest. And you can say it however you want, right? But just communicate it. Um, and I don't know if you have already. I mean, do you enjoy the attention with that Six of Wands there? You know? So it looks like it's asking you to have perspective on the attention that he's giving you. You know, is it uncomfortable for you? Ask yourself, yeah, he treats me well. You know, do I feel obligated to sleep with him or do I actually want to sleep with him? That's your answer. That right there is your fucking answer, really. I mean, it got to a point for me where I was in a relationship where I just started to feel like I was sleeping with him because I didn't want him to go elsewhere. Who the fuck wants to live like that? You know what I'm saying? But if you're genuinely enjoying this, if this is something that you enjoy and you don't feel like you have to sleep with him just because he treats you well, because you shouldn't sleep with somebody just because they treat you well. It's common human decency. You should be treating everybody with respect as long as they're respecting you, right? So, and that doesn't mean that anybody is entitled to another person because they meet the bare minimum of human decency. Okay. Nobody owes anyone shit except for decency, right? And so if you truly feel like this is somebody who gives you common human decency like they should, and they feel like that entitles them to your body, and you truly feel that way, then there needs to be a serious discussion around that. If you don't feel this way and you feel like, I want to sleep with him, I like it, and you don't feel like he actually does feel entitled just because he treats you nice, then that's also something to think about. But that's really your answer. It's really about how you're feeling about the situation, and if you're enjoying this or if you feel like you owe him something. Okay. I don't care. You can give me $1,000,000. It doesn't mean I'm gonna sleep with you. You know what I'm saying? You could take me out for ice cream every day and pay my rent. Doesn't mean I'm gonna sleep with you, you know? So, you know, but if you want to, if you're enjoying this, like, I don't know. It's only for you to answer. What's up, William? William, how you doing? Let's see. Yin. So this is about listening to your I'm sorry, that is way too fucking funny. For this card to come out, a time to give rather than take. I am so sorry, but that is hysterical. That is so funny to me. Oh my god, the irony. Okay. Come on, girl, give it up. No, I'm just kidding. Um, this yin energy to me, this is about trusting yourself, being patient with the process, being receptive, being observant as well, I feel. Listen, I'm not going to interpret this card for you. You have to interpret this because that is hysterical to me. Only you can understand what that means for you. Okay. Only you can understand what that means. Okay, shit. Well, there you go. All right, guys, I got to get out of here. I hope that you have an absolutely a beautiful evening. Shout out to all of my super chatters. Shout out to my dragons. Shout out to Kinez. Shout out to Vanessa. Shout out to Lori, who's not here. I love you guys, and I hope that you have a good one. Goodbye.